Hey, morning neighbors. A little bit of one on nuclear power, nuclear reactors, commercial nuclear reactors. There's only 3 or 4 designs out there, and this is all wrapped up in actually secret um, big brain fart right there. Patents. The world of secret patents is very hard to find out about, very hard to delve into, so good luck if you want to go there. But a lot of these patents are that way. They're trade secrets, they're industry secrets, even the type of metal used in the reactor, the constituents, the process that formed it, all of these can be copyrighted or whatever. So this patent ownership thing is huge. It's part of the nuclear game that goes on amongst themselves. But we've heard from the salesman about these new great small modular reactors. Number of companies. I'm pissed off. My Democratic senators here in Oregon went after that years ago and helped form NuScale by getting federal tax dollars, a grant, to go build these new small modular reactors. So Oregon University got a bunch of money, a whole bunch of well-paid professors probably came on board, and a whole new rah-rah student faculty. Oh, the good stuff that came with all that money. So on the one hand, our senator got us federal dollars to spend in this state and do something. On the other hand, he sold us out. This is democratic politics. It is about money and egos. There is no science back here behind this shit unless there's dollar profits that the industry approves of. So anyway, what's an SMR? Is exactly that, a small modular reactor. There is almost no mechanical difference between that small reactor and the large reactors, the commercial reactors that we have out there today. The only difference is size. But when you scale up, see, these things are modular, so they're being sold, well, we'll put in 2 reactors, and then later you can always plug in 10 more reactors if you like them. So that's part of the sales pitch, this modular nonsense. Now, by the time you get 12 SMRs in one place and the spent fuel management for 12 SMRs, those cans have to be opened up, and nobody talks about the releases from these open ups. Nobody does. Just a risk. Every 3 years, opened up and replaced a third or a half of the fuel rods. Those fuel rods go out and sit in storage for decades. And then you'll hear some bullshit song and dance about dry cask storage. We keep handing these people money to go build their bomb shelters, to go launch their egos in space. They go have them tell us what great social benefactors they are and screw us over. Why isn't our voting fixed, you geniuses? You friggin' artificial intelligence salesmen? Piss off. So that nuclear reactor, those 2 SMRs sitting there in a field being watched probably by 3 or 4 operators on a shift, because they're safe, right? When shit goes wrong, those boys are going to be lost. When shit goes wrong, and it will, we're going to read about it in the news. And maybe only 100 downwinders out of the millions will get a new cancer. It's okay. Don't worry about it. The pollution that plant is going to put out is forever pollution. It's beyond. You're talking 10,000 year considerations in storing this stuff away from life on the planet itself. So no, SMRs are bullshit. They are the exact same as these big commercial nuclear reactors that have blown up everywhere, only they're a little smaller. And now you've got them like firecrackers. Due to shared infrastructure that they're doing, what does that mean? One of the reasons Fukushima's hydrogen accident, hydrogen explosions, those were the first explosions at the facility, were due to collapse in shared infrastructure items from the earthquake. You see, there were lessons learned from the earthquake before that tsunami hit. Before the tsunami hit, those reactors were still in critical condition. One of the toroids, primary containment, had been cracked and broken open. The shared infrastructure that moved air through the plant, cooling water through the plant, had massive failures from the earthquake. We didn't even get to the tsunami yet. So, no. Then the lies afterwards, the cover-up afterwards, the dishonesty of 160 nuclides being released, and this shallow twats are talking about one. Just one. Just one. Just one. Previous video I mentioned biological half-life. What's the biological half-life of strontium in your body? How long is it going to reside in your body, potentially giving you cancer before your body flushes it out? Cesium, any of the cesiums, there is an array of cesium numbers released, yet only one is talked about. 164, if I remember the number correctly, nuclides were released, isotopes were released from that reactor event. The industry has us focused on one. See, this is their game. I went and visited Sweden. I went to the Swedish National Academies, the people that give out awards for Nobel Prizes for great thinking. And you know what their great thinking does? A study that Sweden was trying to undergo, trying to develop, trying to put together, that should have included a whole lot of data, was forced small. These bastards from the Swedish, whatever their nuclear society is, these bot bastards, know that by making that study small, they can hide stuff. They can say, oh, well, it's meaningless because it's the sampling. This is the game. This is the game played, folks. And I speak to the nuclear industry, but guess what? That plant down the street, good chance it's fucking your kids' drinking water for the rest of their lives. Do you really want to buy Brita filters once a week? Do you know how to make sure your Brita filter isn't clogged or not working? Did you notice there were recalls on Brita filter components for reasons? So even that as your safety measure is a weak one. We shouldn't pollute this shit in the first place. My thoughts and hopes are with you, with us. I rant like this because I've got a grandchild. So, have a great day, neighbors. Keep it honest.